Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm Steven Rogers.
I'm Andrew Chavone, everyone. We're back, everybody. We're back in person.
We're back in person in the studio.
You had a quarantine situation happening.
Yeah, in the box fort.
Well, we got some submissions for the box fort.
Oh.
I'll let you open this up.
Oh, my God.
From Ronnie.
Oh, wow. Cool. Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We each got one.
Oh, my God. This is mine?
Yeah. Well, I got
crap.
one, too. Well, I got you a fresh box one, so you can put that up there. That'll be mine.
Oh, my God.
Maybe put it on top of the lime one so the box, at least flap, stays down. Perfect.
Wow.
That's awesome. And we got one other thing.
Thank you, Ronnie. Oh.
She sent us the Pez.
It's the Pez. Man, Ronnie watching the show at the same time as us is really it's like we're in the world.
We're in the world, and she told me to put on your leg, so I did. Sorry if I was creepy, but
no, you almost touched my Pez.
Well, we gotta put this right in the middle here.
We'll put it around this guy right here.
Oh yeah, even better.
Yeah,
okay, cool. Wow, we're decked out, everybody. Oh my God.
Wow, you almost my deck was almost out.
Oh man. Oh man.
Open your Coke.
All hands on your deck.
Oh man, that was beautiful.
Oh God. So we got to open up with this story. Been giving me anxiety all night. And
so
yes, all
I
right,
think
here it comes, everybody.
Here it comes. It's an important story.
It's an important story. I've been sitting on this.
Yeah, sitting's the problem. So I think I should tell my perspective.
Your perspective is the funniest.
All right,
and I'll elaborate and make it more embarrassing.
So, really, I'm gonna world building of the.
Okay, yeah, I love the world.
I know. So the orcs, no. So there's a LA comedian staying with Joe and Sarah.
Yeah.
And an LA comic that was staying with me.
Joe List and Sarah Talamash for new subscribers. Or
yes,
whatever.
I live in a building full of comedians.
I know, they're teaming. It's like an anthill.
Yeah, Ronan just came back from his European tour.
Yep.
And I heard a door slam upstairs, and I was like, "Oh, Ronan's back."
Yeah.
And I was in the hallway to go get coffee for me and Caitlin and Irene, too, who was staying with us.
Oh, so you got another comic staying with you?
Just Irene, too.
Yeah.
The LA comic staying with them.
I know, yeah. So there's, in the building itself, there's now
2 LA comics.
2 LA comics, 6 New York comics, right? You and Caitlin. No, 5 New York comics.
5 New York comics, 2 LA comics. So I get in the hallway to go get my coffees, and all of a sudden I see Joe's door open. Joe's standing there looking at me. I see Ronan upstairs, and then I see Sarah and this other comic. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like a whole bustling hang here.
Yeah, yeah. What a coincidence, too.
And we all
just open their doors.
Well, they always...
It's like a Scooby-Doo chase. Ronan goes to his door, it closes, he comes out of yours.
Comes out my door.
Comes out of yours. A monster follows him.
Scooby comes out of my my basement door, and so we all get coffees together, and it's fun. And then we come back and we're hanging, and Joe's like, "We should keep this going. Let's get lunch." And I'm like, "Well, we should just all do the diner at 1."
Yeah. And
I knew that you'd be invited, and I'm like, "This is perfect. We'll have a big table of all comedians." I invite Caitlin and Irene, but they're busy. And so we all get together at 1 and start walking over. And what shocked me was, I knew you were going to be there, but what shocked me was you started walking towards us on the street. And then you're joining the hang, and we're walking and we're chatting.
Yeah, like blobs together.
Yeah, and then we get to the diner. It's a fun hang. Cut to us coming back.
Yeah, so he's like, let's keep it going even more. Let's go to my place.
And Ronan goes upstairs immediately.
He has to poop. He told us.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because he ate a salad at the diner.
Joins the hang, sits down immediately, and the hang's we're talking about something entirely different. And he goes, "Man, I just took the biggest dump."
Oh, that was later.
And then he keeps bringing it back. But anyways, so at one point the hang is just Sarah. The LA comic goes downstairs to the room she's staying in.
Yeah.
It's you, me, Sarah, and Joe.
Yeah. I'm on the couch. Sarah is on the couch next to me, and Joe's on the other end of the couch.
Yes.
And you're on the new chair.
I'm on the new chair. And we're all talking. We're having a good time. And I look at you. And your sweater has ridden up enough that your stomach is out.
My gut is out.
I would say a Coke can's thickness worth.
So it's belly button.
Belly button is
happy trail, which is the hair leading up to the belly button.
Yeah, and then the forest that comes after it. So I'm seeing past belly button. I'm in the fields, you know.
You'd be on the belly button above or below?
I'm above belly button.
So you're above. Okay, so that's more of my stomach.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting all circumference of your belly buttons are present. And I'm like, oh man, okay.
You handle this well.
I think so. I'm like, that's my friend. I know I'd be embarrassed. I can't say this out loud.
Right.
Because then everyone's going to look at him and make fun of him. I really don't want him to be embarrassed. So he's got my handy-dandy iWatch.
Yeah, that you hooked me up with.
Yeah.
Actually, my mom bought it for me, but you gave me the idea.
Yeah, after you and your ex made fun of me.
Yeah, then she got one.
Yeah, that's right. So I text because I'm like, oh, the text is going to show on his watch.
Right.
So I text you. All I say was, pull your sweater down.
It just said, pull your sweater down.
And
and you saw me look.
And then you look.
It says, pull your sweater down.
You go, whoops.
No, I said, oops.
And then you immediately look at Sarah and Joe and go, did you guys notice? Was it out? You see it? And then Joe immediately goes, what, that your gut was out?
Because I knew he would notice. Because if you noticed, he's the most observant, critical person I've ever met in my life. He's gonna observe. You notice he's noticed 8 years ago, you know, which he did. Because then he proceeds to tell me another world building thing. He invited me over for a pre-Oscars party. Where,
yes.
It's Sarah and her sister, and we just like talk about the Oscars for some reason. I don't know what it was, but we ate pizza, just talked about the Oscars. And then the Oscars are coming up. And also, they got a new couch, so I'm not used to sitting there. I don't know if that's it, but
whatever excuse you want.
Whatever excuse I want. I'm just sitting in that same spot with the same sweater in the same position. So when you say... So then I watched the Oscars with Joe, too. I'm over there for 12 hours.
Watching the whole thing.
Watching the whole thing. So when you say, Joe, or Andrew, pull out your sweater, Joe says... Yeah, your gut? Yeah. I had to look at it for 12 hours yesterday. And I said, what? You looked at the gut for 12 hours and didn't say anything? And he goes, I don't have the heart to tell you. I'm like, you got to tell me this. I need to know. My gut's hanging out, freaking out, like guts out. And I go, Sarah, I'm so sorry. You have to see that. She's like, I didn't really notice. But
yeah.
he did. And, man.
It was out the entire time you guys watched the Oscars together.
Yeah, and I had to leave. I was like, the Oscars were pretty boring, and it was getting late. I was like, I'm leaving. And he goes, all right, see you later. And I go, well, I could stay. He goes, no, please leave. You know, so I'm like, all right, I'll leave. It was because of the gut. He didn't want me to look. He didn't want to look at the gut anymore.
Yeah, you were like, man, is anyone else a little chilly, like right around the belly button area?
Is anyone feeling a drift in their mid?
Well, that you're calling back to something they didn't hear, but something was said, and he wanted to say, Joe hit you with a pun. I forgot how he did it, but he's like, yeah, there was a midriff. I mean, but do you remember?
I just remember midriff. Of course, I'm freaking out this whole time.
Yeah,
because my gut had been out. So
then you keep trying to call back to it to make fun of it, and it never fit. Because
that's all I can think about. All I think about, my gut was hanging out.
I think we were talking about At one point, we were talking about religion or something, and you're like, yeah, or, your gut could be hanging out, and that's bad. And everyone's like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, I got a tramp stamp, everybody.
Oh,
Just
yeah, you did.
showing it off.
I mean,
I got a belly button ring. I don't know, but I've been thinking about it all. I thought about it all day. I saw our therapist. You saw her at 4:30. I saw her at 5:30. I
gotta tell you, I leave therapy because I had to move my therapy to 4:30, and I find out you're 5:30.
Well, she moved me too. You must have moved me.
Wow, I bumped you.
Must have bumped me. Yeah.
But she goes, where we end. I didn't mention that I knew that you were next the whole session. And then as I get up to leave, she's like, all right, I'll see you later. I'm like, good luck with the next guy. And I killed her.
Oh, my God.
Killed her. She was like, oh, that was good.
Oh, wow.
I was so proud of myself.
Well, I went in there, gut ablazing. I was like, my gut was out. She's like dying laughing. And she's like, is this a bit? I'm like, why would this be a bit? It's my gut.
It sounds like a bit.
My gut has been out for hours.
Well, her gut reaction was that it was a bit.
Yeah, my gut feeling is
Your gut was out a bit.
My gut feeling was that it's a little bit cold.
You got to trust your gut being out. Trust your guts out.
Guts. Do you have them?
Oh, man.
It's the game show. But so a couple things while we're on the topic of her. So another thing I've been freaking about last week is the infamous Tuesdays with Stories live show that I bombed. And it was like okay, but it was bad. I made a couple bad jokes. You only get like really 3 bad jokes in a row before people are like, ugh.
Sure.
But I've been walking around all week, like going, like just randomly thinking about it and blurting out, "I suck, I suck." Like I'll think about it I'm driving and I go, "Oh, I suck, I sucked, I suck." So I was telling her about it, and I'm like, oh, and then first she goes, maybe it wasn't as bad as you think. And I go, no, Joe told me they talked about it on their episode, so it's now worse because that was just in front of people and their Patreon. Now they talk about it on their episode to thousands that I sucked and I can't have a rebuttal or they can't hear for themselves. So that's even worse.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, okay, well, and then I still yell in the session, I suck, I suck. And she goes, all right, well, how about this? Instead of saying you suck, you should say you sucked.
Hey!
Say I sucked last Tuesday instead of currently sucking.
I gotta tell you, that's really good.
That was really good. And then I was like throwing in a psych term. I go, oh, you're trying to do CBD. And she said, it's CBT. And I go, yeah.
THC.
Token up. That's what I...
Oh, you're giving me an edible, Doc.
So I thought maybe I share this because I think...
CBT?
CBT is cognitive behavioral therapy. When you try to change your brain to think differently. Mm-hmm. Hey, it's something for your listeners. But so if anyone's going through this, I don't know, if some comics listen to this, if you bomb, just say, you currently don't suck, but you did suck. And just move on.
Yeah.
Don't be in denial that you sucked. I embraced that I sucked, but move on and learn from it.
Yeah, I had a similar session right before you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cuz I love my job touring on the road with Brian and or when I go feature for Joe or when I do anything on the road, it's a lot of fun. But then
sometimes you headline.
Sometimes I headline, and I come home. Thank you. That was very nice of you.
Headline, sometimes.
Yeah, Anyways, whenever the planets align. But then I'll come home, and in the city, I'm not doing as many shows. Sometimes you get a dry spell.
That's me.
Yeah,
that's me currently.
Yeah, same. So I came home and I had nothing, and I come in to therapy. I'm like, I suck.
You said you suck?
I swear I said I suck.
Oh my God.
I'm like the universe is telling me I suck. I'm like, I'm always doing good on the road. She's like, no, because you're not a different person on the road. It's the same person.
Yeah.
She's like, you're doing well. It's just you're not doing as much as you would like in the city. So focus on that kind of stuff. But it was a similar session.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Yeah. I don't know what the...
Well, there are comics that listen. That's
Are there any buzzwords you can give the people or boil that down?
uh
How can you boil that down in an advice sentence?
huge one. I am so glad that you said that. I think it's called opposite action.
Okay.
So I was I'll give you an example. I came home. I had no spots, and the comic that was staying with me had a lot of spots. Caitlin had a lot of spots, and immediately I'm like, I'm happy for them, but I got nothing. I guess I'll go do some mics, and I do that mic with you,
Yeah.
which was fine.
It was fun.
And then I'm like, I'll go do another one, and I'm gonna be late to that other one, so I run home, and Caitlin's driving to Brooklyn,
Oh.
and I'm like, can I ride with you to Brooklyn? I'll hop out and run to the mic from there. You don't have to just drop me off. And she's like, great. So she won't let me jump out of the car because she's like confused because we're on like right before we get on the highway. I'm like, I'll jump off and get on the sidewalk. She's like, no, don't. And then I
miss the
my
exit.
I miss it.
Oh man.
So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be late. I shouldn't even go. And my brain immediately is like, just go home and feel sorry for yourself that you don't have any spots.
That's my move.
And I was like already feeling depressed. I'm like, I'm a loser. And when you go home with that feeling, you don't. And this works for everything, but for comedy, it's not like you go home and write. You go home and you
feel shitty or distract yourself. I played video games that night.
I'll play video games or something like
yeah.
that. So I'm like, I don't want to do this again. I'm gonna go to this mic, even though I'll be late and on the last group, whatever. It's better than going home and feeling sorry for myself. Go have a really good set.
Oh,
make some progress with some jokes. Hang out with comics. Then I go. I think I just went home from. I hung out with Sam Evans and went home from there.
Oh yeah, because he lives in Astoria.
Yeah, and he was at the mic.
Yeah,
and I was like, this was. I feel 10 times better.
That's me every time I go out. Most of the time.
So I tell this to Jen, and she's like, well, I think it's called opposite action. She's like, our brains tell us, let's go home and feel sorry for myself, or whatever your self-sabotaging move is, and it's actually the opposite action that's going to make you feel better. Instead of, I'm going to sit on the couch and feel depressed, why don't I call some friends and go outside and go for a walk? Yeah.
I feel it. Yeah, even this morning I was a little, you were coming over, so I cleaned the kitchen. I felt productive, you know. Bought those oranges, if you want one.
Oh, sweet. I've never seen them in a meat container like that.
Yeah, so there's this new place down the street where I think they like the food that's about to expire, they put in these meat containers.
It looks like what you would put a steak in.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Like ground beef.
And it's covered in cellophane. Usually they're loose.
Oh, they don't. It doesn't stink, so that's good.
Well, so yeah. Well, you want one, or you can take a bunch home. I got to leave in a week, but
my darling.
for a week. But the
clementines.
But like that was good. I really tined up there. But anyway, this fruit is like, oh my god, I got these other stories. I just remembered. And I got a prop for them too.
Oh wow!
All right, what do you?
You got a watermelon and a hammer.
What story do we have? Okay, you told about your mic. So is it now me, or does the talk about Joe has made you now?
I don't know if I can follow props, so maybe I should go.
Okay, go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, a little teaser, everybody.
I got 2 little ones.
Okay.
So I was walking back from getting coffee this morning. And I can't. So when I came back from the road, there was a comedian staying in my place, which I knew, and I like Irene a lot. But I was gone for 10 days, and she's sleeping on our couch.
Oh.
So I, to give her space, exclude that half of the apartment for myself when she's sleeping, obviously.
Yeah.
So I kind of just waited until she woke up, and then I realized I haven't written in my office, and I was excited to write and get back to work. So Irene has left today. I'm like, this is, no offense to her, but I'm like, I have the place to myself. Caitlin just went on the road.
Anyone would think that. I think everyone would.
Well, it's
like, oh my god, I could sit down and watch TV and not tiptoe.
That's true, but
not flush the toilet, and
I'm always happy to help friends. Is what I mean.
I'm excited to walk around my gut out.
Well, you do that.
I do that anyway. I do
You do
that.
that at other people's places. When I just want to make it clear that anyone can stay with me if they're my friend. But anyways, I'm like walking back. I'm like, oh, this is good, and I feel the upswing from therapy and opposite action and CBD and
Yeah.
so I'm walking, and then I see a black cat poke its head out,
Okay.
and I'm like, oh, sweet, a cat, and then it starts walking towards me, and I'm like, oh, this cat's gonna come say hello, and then it stops and then looks at me and crosses my path,
Okay.
like looking at me like, deal with this.
Well, that's better than when I thought you were going. Rabies.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it was gonna bite you and get you infected.
But I'm not
With
super
the rage virus from 28 days later.
I'm not superstitious, but this cat looked like it had a vendetta against me and was like, oh, I'll just cross his path and do the bad luck thing.
Well, your week's going good, man. I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I think that cat, crossed my path and then pooped on my face while I was sleeping. So
Raised your sweater.
I raised my sweater.
But then I get home and I'm like, all right, I've been intermittent fasting.
Oh, nice.
It's time to eat. Open the fridge.
That's the best part about intermittent fasting is the lunch.
Oh,
So
my
you
God.
Really get freaked.
Open the fridge. And I love my girlfriend to death, but she has everyththing's molded.
Is this today?
This is today.
Oh, I got some food for you. Some bagels.
Well, I got I was able to scrounge some stuff up.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, oh my God, and I forget our fridge is deep, so I look back and it's like going back in time. I'm like, there's like all this stuff back there, and I open it up. It's
Don't open. Just dump it.
Well, you gotta clean the
No.
Tupperware.
No, I thought throw that away. I just buy new ones.
Oh,
It's not worth that smell.
I'm dry heaving over my garbage
yes,
can.
just throw that away, man.
I look like I had a hairball.
Just throw that old Tupperware away. Don't put yourself through that smell. And my God,
it was the worst
looks like
experience ever.
yeah, it's an alien movie in there.
Yeah, I mean, stuff was coming out of it, the food's chest.
Yeah. It's like a lunar landscape. It's all gray and craggly, and then plus there's life in there. You're breathing in the spores.
Yeah, one of the things said phone home. It was so gross. It was disgusting. It was so gross.
I know. Yeah, that's why extra Tupperware. ET. The T stands for Tupperware, but the
That's great.
I'm sorry, I got confused there, but the just toss it, man. You owe it to yourself. You're doing well.
I know, but
Toss that Tupperware. Buy another one.
I gotta buy new Tupperware.
You gotta get rid of that. Well, it's too late. You already smelled it, touched it.
I know, but I almost upchuck your wear.
I know, but it's too late. You already. I didn't want you to put yourself through that.
I know, it did upper wear and tear.
Yeah, the worst is when you find that old Tupperware and you're like, especially with my ex. I mean, Jesus Christ, it was like like a science lab in that fridge. So I'd be like, I'm done with this. Just go. I'll just put things in plastic bags.
she treated you like the Tupperware.
Toss me out. Toss me out with stuff inside.
I'm done with this.
I'm done with this.
Oh, man. All right.
Gross.
But so that was and I'm like still like that feeling.
Well, yeah, that water.
I know. I started feeling it. And it's nice.
Okay, yeah.
Cold.
Well, I got some bagels for you if you want them.
All right, let's hear this. Now bring out the props.
Okay, here's a
my
crazy
little one?
story, everybody. Make sure I'm not. Okay. There might be even a more prop if I get a thing in time.
You have something coming?
Perhaps. Okay. I don't want to give anything away. Maybe for next week.
Sorry, I was checking if the stink was on my fingers.
Is it?
No.
Okay. I'll have an orange. It clears you out.
All right.
It's like acid. Okay. So, oh my God, I had one of the most stressful days last Tuesday or Wednesday.
Well, definitely Tuesday.
Well, definitely Tuesday, yeah. So Wednesday was like part 2 of that. And one happy ending with the gut is the girl I've been hanging out with. I told her the gut story, and she said, "Oh, I like your gut."
Hey,
that's a keeper.
That's a keeper.
She said, "You liked my gut." I guess my gut's been hanging out all the time, everywhere. But she's enjoying it. She's enjoying looking at it.
That's amazing. Well, you know what they say, you got to go with your gut lover. So,
You know, food through the stomach, right? The way a man's heart is through his stomach, through his gut.
yeah, but she went the opposite direction. She went from the gut to your heart.
That's what I mean. Yeah, the opposite. I mean, that's still true.
Yeah, it's still
through his
true.
stomach.
Yeah.
Through the gut, up instead of down.
Yeah, I almost threw up.
So, okay. So there's a bunch of stuff here. How much time have we got? All right.
We're doing good. We got a
Okay.
half hour.
So, remember I was like, I'm going to Grand Rapids. I'm barely going to break even. And you said, well, you should get some shirts. Remember you said that? This might have been a couple weeks ago.
I said merch.
Merch. Oh, I thought you said shirts.
No. I'm anti-shirt.
You're anti-shirt? Oh, my God.
Well,
Wow.
I'm not anti-shirt. I don't have the confidence to pull off shirts yet.
Okay. Well, I'm working on it. Well, I thought you said shirts.
Merch.
Crap. So,
You got shirts.
so I look up shirts. First, I look up shirts online, and they're all like expensive, and I don't really understand, and they got to be shipped to you, and I'm like, and then you know you got to put a lot of money down to order a lot of shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm gonna put all this money down, and the shirt might stink, and I don't know what to do, and
Right.
so I looked up shirt companies, and there was one in Queens, and it said, put your number in for a quote. I put my number in, and this guy immediately calls, and he's like, hey, yeah, you a quote on the shirts? I said, yeah. He said, well, we only do orders of 125. And I go, oh, my God, that's a lot of shirts.
That's a lot of shirts.
It's a lot of shirts. So then he's like, I'm like, well, I want to see them. I live in the neighborhood. He's like, well, I'm going to go home. You got to come here in like 10 minutes. I go, yeah. So I like literally grab my stuff. I run out of the door to meet this guy, sprint down, Queens. And I get there. He like opens up. He literally has like a shirt factory in Queens.
Wow.
I got to hook you up with him.
Okay.
If you become a shirt guy.
Yeah.
So,
Holy shirt.
So I literally like, he has a rack of shirts. I'm feeling them. One feels, he's like, this is our lowest model. And I feel it and it just doesn't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but you can go up. I'm like, well, my price point will be less. And he goes, well, just charge more. I go, all right. So I feel these other shirts. I'm like, these are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So then we pick out colors and stuff. And I get all excited. I'm picking out stuff. I'm going,
Wow, it's like a wedding dress.
it's a wedding dress. I said yes to the shirt.
Oh, man.
So, so he's like, we're doing it. So we talk shop, and I had this makeup thing done, and I don't want to give it away. I want to reveal it on the next
Makeup
episode.
thing done.
No, like a mock-up, or I'm sorry,
okay.
mock-up of what I want
What's
the
he
shirt.
doing to you?
Well, I said yes to the dress. Mock up the shirt, and I'm like, oh, cool. So, he's like, all right, so, you have, I need a deposit because you're going to put this order in for 125 shirts. And I go, like, what do you mean, cash? And he said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, he said, like, $200. I need $200. And I open my wallet, and I go, well, I only have like $30.
And he takes that.
No, he goes, no, I can't take that. He's like, well, do you have a check? I'll take the check for $200. And I go, no, but it's at my place. And I walk down there. Can I meet you here? And he's like, well, I'll drive you. I'll drive you to your place.
I'm out immediate. I'm out right there.
Okay. Well, he drives me to my place.
I'm out there.
He drives me to my place. And
Where you keep all your money and stuff.
Where I live, where we are right now, where all the Legos are, and clearly the Seinfeld merch. So I'm like, all right, I'll run in, I'll get the money, and I'll run back out. I go to the door. I realize one of the keys on my key ring fell off. I'm missing the you know how there's the main building and then there's the door.
Yeah.
I'm missing that key, the door.
The white door.
The white door I'm missing. I must have, when I ran out, I didn't even notice. I don't even know where it is. So I like retracing my steps, and literally he's like, he's like sticking his head out the window of the car. I'm like, I left the key. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. It seems like I just scammed him or something. It seems like I'm a sketch
like
ball.
a horrible. Yeah, you seem like a maniac.
I seem like a maniac. It doesn't make any sense, and I feel like so embarrassed, and I can't get in, and no key, and I'm literally like jiggling a credit card in my door. It's not working. It's just sending paint everywhere. It's like chips are flying in my face. I'm like, I can't get it in. It's like too tight. The door's too tight for the credit card. I'm like freaking out.
It is the most sturdy and impenetrable door.
Well, I had the key to that door. Because the key ring, the key.
Oh, it's this door you couldn't get in.
This door, yeah.
Oh.
The white one.
Oh,
well, I get that one's also white. Yeah. All right. The
your front door.
My front. Yeah. The door closest to us right now.
Yeah.
Is the one I couldn't find the key to, and that's the one I'm trying to jiggle the pane and whatever. And then so I walk out and I just have to say, I go, hey man, I'm sorry, I can't find my keys. And he goes, oh, okay. I'm gonna go. Can I check the seat of your car? To go over there, look at the seat. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm so sorry, man. I'll just come later and give you the money. And he goes, well, do you have PayPal? And I go, yeah. He goes, well, just PayPal me.
Why didn't he leave?
Why didn't you say that earlier?
Check before PayPal?
I know. I would have avoided all this stress. Literally, my heart was about to explode and my gut was hanging out.
Should have checked for your key there.
I know. It's probably my belly button.
It's on that ring.
Oh my God. Yeah, that ring. It's hairy. So give him the money and then I give him the money, he drives or I PayPal him the money, he drives away, and I'm like, I can't get in.
I don't have a key.
I don't have a key. So I'm like jiggling. I get back in. I'm like, all right, well now I'm not stressed. Let me try the credit card again. Again, like it's not working. Paint chips are flying in my face, going in my mouth. It's like chipping away at the door.
You're sanding it off.
I'm sanding off the door. I'm busting it open. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm making this huge mess. I'm ruining the door. And so I call my landlord finally because I give up and I go, I call her.
She hits it with a cucumber and it opens.
She grows like a
cucumber key.
She grows a pumpkin that's in the shape of a key and puts it in. If you're listening for the first time, she has
she
card.
picks a lock with 2 carrots.
If you're listening for the first time, she has this garden. It used to give me food, but doesn't anymore. I think she does like me, but oh man. So I'm like, I'm locked out. I need the key. She goes, you need key? And I go, yeah. She goes, well, I'm not home. I'm cooking for my grandchildren. And literally we're FaceTiming for some reason.
Oh.
She shows me she's cooking, and I go, all right, well, is there another way to get in? And she goes, yes, go to the front yard. And I walk in the front yard. She's like, in the corner, you see plastic? Chinese food? And I go, kind of. I don't know. She keeps saying plastic. There's like a language barrier.
Yeah.
Because she's from like Soviet Union or whatever. And I go, I don't see it. And then she makes me FaceTime her. That's when I saw the cooking. She makes me FaceTime her, and I pointed at the garden, and she's like, yeah, right there. And I go, there? There's a piece of plastic. And I pick it up, and I go, okay, cool. Is the key under here? And she goes, no, you use that. And this is it, everybody. She told me to pick this up and use it on my own door. This was her advice. Look, it's not even Chinese food. It's a blueberry. It's a blueberry lid. So then I go back, and she's like, if this doesn't work, use credit card. I'm like, no, I already did. So I'm like in there, more paint's flying off. It's all crapped up.
Did it work?
No. No. Look how damaged this is. And I'm cutting up my finger.
It looks like it was in my fridge.
Yeah, this is Caitlin's work. But look at my finger. I cut myself.
Oh, I saw the cut yesterday when you were covered with chocolate.
Yeah, and this one, it's all cut up from the plastic because I'm just trying to get it in. It's busting in my face.
She should have given you a feather. It would have been more helpful.
Yeah, look, it's just so thin.
Tickle the door open. I thought she's gonna. You see that plastic? Yeah, throw that away. Anyways, no key.
All right, so this is.
How'd you get in?
So I call her back on FaceTime, and I show her. I'm like, it's not working. It's not working. I'm not going.
Try strawberry.
Yeah. Have you tried tomato? So I'm like, I can't get in with this.
She is the garden lady. She's got you using fruit. Open.
So then she says, there's a language barrier here. She says, okay, my daughter in hospital. I'm like, what? She's like, 77th Street. And I go, okay, you want me to meet her at the hospital? 77th Street Hospital. And I go, what's the cross street? She goes, Lexington. And I go, all right, so I'm going to meet her at the hospital and she'll give me a key. And she says, no, she's coming back from hospital. She will get you. And I'm like, and then she says, call her now. And I call her. I go, hey, I'm sorry this is weird, but your mom said to call you. And she goes, yeah, I'm in the hospital. And I go, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm locked out though.
Are you going to live? Because I need a key. How much time do you have left? Do you have enough time to give me a spare?
She goes, well, I was picked up by my brother. We're going to come and meet you and give you the key. And I go, great.
And they have a key to your front door.
Yeah, pretty weird. So, but comes in handy. And you have my other key. I have my spare keys are with you.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't you hit me up?
Because one, I didn't have the key to get in your place. And two, you were out of town. If I had
but Caitlin was home.
Oh, I thought she was on the road too. This was last Wednesday.
Yeah.
Crap.
Oh, wait. She might have. I think she was here.
Oh, I thought I checked her story and she was gone.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
But whatever. I was trapped. Plus, this one was coming in. She said it's going to be 20 minutes to a half hour. And this is at 4 o'clock. And I'm like, great. Then I realized I had a phone call. Or a Zoom thing I had to do at 4:30.
Gingerbread?
Something like that. But so I'm like, she's got to get here right now. I got to call at 4:30 and my phone's dying.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, we're leaving. So it's 4. All I'm doing is like looking at the clock. Oh.
Did the thing show up?
Look at this. Shirt guy says, please come at 3 o'clock.
Oh, that's great.
You want to go? I don't know.
I don't.
Oh, man. Well, anyways.
Wait, where is it?
I'll drive.
Is it near me?
It might be. I'll drop you off.
All right. Well, we'll talk.
All right. This could be for the bonus, everybody. We'll do more stuff on the bonus, but literally she comes in like 1 minute before I have to be inside to make the Zoom thing. Literally. And then it's like an action movie.
Yeah.
Because she sends her brother in and he goes, all right, let me try this one. She has a whole ring of keys. Doesn't work. She has the next key. Doesn't work. I'm like, oh, it's like literally down to the second. He finally gets the right key in, and I literally kick the door up. I go, thanks, everybody, and throw it and log on the computer.
Does he give you a key?
No, but I found it in my place.
It was in here.
Yeah, it fell off the key ring. Ah.
Wow.
And I did retrace my steps while I was waiting for her, too, and I walked all the way down to the shirt place and back. No key. It was in there. It was in my house the whole time.
Low key.
Low key. God of mischief. All right. Let me text him back. Okay, will do. I'll be there.
Oh, I see a picture.
Ooh, okay. I don't want to give it away.
Okay.
I love him, though. I'm going to give you one.
Let me, I'm trying to, pull up the topics here.
Okay, well, we got some on Instagram, some on Twitter.
Here we go. All right. Oh, okay. So we, if you're new to the podcast, we ask you guys to submit your topics of what's making you anxious this week, and you can do it to our Instagram, our Twitter, or our email. This one's just spam. Metal Freak wrote, the new variant of COVID is making me anxious.
Oh my God, another one? I don't even know about this one.
Yeah, there's one that's apparently overseas.
Oh my God.
But if I'm hearing correctly, it isn't taking off as much as the others or getting as much traction.
Well, I think Metal Freak is actually somewhere else. I think he's not in America, or she.
Oh,
It might be a she.
okay.
He or she is not in, but I don't know. But today they announced we have the lowest cases ever right now
Yes.
as a country, which is good. So this one, I don't know. I don't want to freak anyone out, but I was talking to Alex Pavone. I ran into him on the train. Oh my God, I have another story. I'll still do it for the bonus involving Chinese food and stuff. But I ran him on the train, and he's like, I'm like, how you doing, man? He's like, oh, I'm worried about that new variant. I'm like, what do you mean? Who cares? We already got it. We already. He said Graham Kay's girlfriend, who's also a comedian.
Yeah.
Both of them are comedians. She got COVID bad in January, and then got this new variant like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
And she it's worse than the one she got in the holiday time. He said it's worse. And I go, oh geez. But something about it didn't make me nervous, maybe because it didn't spread through the community, like the comedy community, like the other one did.
Yeah, the other one, like a brush fire.
So this one seems pretty isolated for now, but literally, like, I heard of the new variant, and a week later I got it. So this was already a week ago. So I don't know.
Well, the good news is, Metal Freak, that we know how to prevent it as far as what's in our control. So, mask up if you're in an area that, is dangerous and high risk right now with numbers, and wash your hands and all that stuff we've learned for 2 years.
Yeah. Just wear the mask, and it's not fatal. It just sucks.
Yes.
And like everyone in the Biden administration's getting it now, but literally one woman got it. I think the press secretary, and they were like, oh, she's working from home. I'm like, you can't give her a day off? Make it work her from home? I mean, geez.
We also got from JBT trying to ask for help to sign up for school classes in a junior college as an adult. I'm thinking they're thinking, if I can't do that on my own, how will I make it for class?
I feel you, JBT. Okay, I think her full name is 49ers Fan Bell T.
JT.
JT, yeah. A lifetime 49er fan. Silly with a sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
asking for help is always hard, but I mean, the people that you think are going to judge you probably aren't that close to you anyways.
Yep.
And the people that work for the school, that's their job. So they are most likely going to help you and help you get done what you need.
And what I've learned in my life, JBT, is no matter how dumb you think you are, there's somebody way dumber than you in the world. There's somebody who doesn't know even what to do.
That's fair.
Literally, like when I was in ROTC, I was like, I'm really dumb here. But then, like, we'd have these like ready to make meals.
Yeah.
Like where you have to, like they're freeze dried food, and you'd open it up, and I'd be like, oh, I can't open this or whatever. I'd feel bad asking for help. But then like you open it, and then there's like a piece of the food that you can't eat. It's just there to keep things fresh.
Right.
And it says, do not eat. And everyone was like, oh yeah, that's for, they called him Joe. Just the stupidest guy in the army. To put that in there for him. Oh, that's for Joe. Literally, they didn't put do not eat. Some idiot would just eat it. That's what I'm saying. Ask for help. There's already
ask for help.
What I'm trying to say about that story is there's probably been already 100 people asking for help. No one's going to look down on you. There's people in a position to help because people are stupid and they need help. So you're not stupid for asking for help because there's people stupider than you.
That's right. Good point.
I'm just saying. That's why they have HR and call centers and stuff. I don't know. There's a whole industry around people asking for help, so just use it. It's there for you.
Oh man. Always ask for help.
I always ask. It's better to ask than just fumbling around like a dum-dum.
Oh yeah.
You're dumber if you look dumber if you don't ask for help. Because then you wander around class. Ooh, that's what I used to do. Ooh, what do I do? And until somebody goes, "Are you confused? You look confused. Can I help you out?" And I go, "Yes, please." I go, "Why didn't you ask for help earlier?" "I'm stupid. I'm sorry."
Oh man. That's funny. And also just came in on April 8th.
Okay.
That taping I did in Nashville is going to air on Peacock.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the program called?
It was Stand Up Nashville, live from Zanies.
Cool.
So I just found this out.
Congrats, man. I'll check it out.
Yeah, so...
it's worth a peacock.
That's what your gut does.
Peeps. My gut peeps.
Oh, the Pezcock.
Oh, jeez.
All right, that was bad. Yep, that was real bad. Okay. It's also going to be on Roku, and Circle. I don't know, Circle Network.
Circle. My
Yeah.
God. I got an email that said, like, "Oh, you're a Hulu member. Now you can get Hulu, ESPN, and Disney Plus for $60. Like, that's cable. That's literally cable, and you get less channels. I'm so mad.
I have it for 15. I have all three for 15 a month.
Well, this included live Hulu too.
Oh, I won't do live Hulu.
Oh, wait, all three for $15?
Yeah.
ESPN?
ESPN Plus.
But that's live though, right?
No. Or maybe it is, but I'm only 15 a month.
15 for all three?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nuts. They wanted 60.
Even if I was getting charged for all three 15 each, which I'm not,
It's still
that's
less than 60.
still less than 60.
What the heck, everybody? What the heck? Well, Moon Knight is now out. I heard that was good.
It is great.
You already watched?
Oh,
Crap.
boy.
I'm going to watch after this.
You got to watch.
And after we do the thing we're going to do. I can't wait for you to see this.
All right, I'll go with you.
Oh, well, do you have plans?
I do, but I can... Where is this?
It's on the way to your place.
It's on the way to my place?
I assume so. I'm parked right outside.
All right.
We'll run in.
I'll do it. All
right.
I'll go with you so he sees that you have friends and not a key creep.
Well, I want you to meet him. You might want shirts.
All right.
I get nothing out of this, by the way.
I just want to see the shirt you picked.
I want to show you. It was your idea.
It was my idea?
Your whole shirt was your idea.
Oh. I don't remember this.
All right. Well, you'll find out.
Does it end right here?
It's a shirt that just looks like you have a gut. It's like skin toned and round. It's a belly button with hair.
It's a real belly shirt.
It's a belly shirt. All right, we'll see. Actually,
man.
I'm second guessing these shirts, but
I'm excited. I'm not second guessing him anymore now that I know it was my idea. But I don't see any other topics.
all right, we're out of here. Did you check Instagram?
I checked Instagram. We only had one.
Okay, we already got that one?
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw we had one.
Oh, shout out to Ronnie for the gifts. Also, Matt Moves Mountains and Ronnie have been messaging or tweeting back and forth Seinfeld stuff. So our listeners are like rewatching Seinfeld with us. It feels like
That's really cool. I tried to rewatch because I was getting ready for that live Tuesday, so I was like, "Oh, I'll watch a couple episodes," and I'm like, "Man, I'm dying laughing. It's so funny," and they didn't help me at all. But
it probably helped watching it after the episode to make you feel better,
yeah, right. It was comforting.
get you out of depression.
Those guys. Oh, we were all talking.
Norman is now your Newman.
He is. Hello, Norman. But we were all talking about the diner. You were on the other end of the table. I don't know if you heard, but we were the last two seasons get a lot of crap, but they're also like the ones near and dear to me because as a kid, they were the silliest that I liked. The older ones are more cerebral and emotional.
Yeah.
But the last two, that's the one with all right, everyone. I was just saying 7 and 8 are sillier. A lot of people are divided about them because Larry David didn't write on those, but I think they're silly and fun.
Right.
And we had a debate at the diner.
Well, yeah,
Joe hates him.
I'm with Joe.
Ron kind of likes him.
I'm with Joe. Once Larry left, I'm not as into it.
Once Larry left, though, George gets super crazy. I feel like because Larry was like, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's him.
Because it's him. So once Larry left, they were like, all right, let's make him do crazy stuff.
What's the crazy stuff he does?
Well, it's
Don't bother looking it up.
okay, whatever.
Yeah,
He does a lot of
doesn't
crazy
matter.
stuff. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, we should wrap up here. Anything to mention before we?
April 8th, I'm going to be in Bethlehem, and some dates came in, everybody. I'm going to be all over the country here.
Bethlehem.
Little town, yeah. Oh, little town. Thursday, or the weekend of July 22nd, 23rd, I'll be in, and maybe 21st, I'll be in Zanies in Nashville.
Hey.
July 29th, I'll be in, and 30th, I'll be in Des Moines, the Funny Bone. And,
Wow.
June 11th, which is coming up, I got to buy the flight. June 10th and 11th, I'll be at the Denver Improv.
Whoa.
So come out, everybody. Opening for Emma and all those. So check out her website for
That's amazing.
the ticket links. And, yeah, so crazy stuff happening, everybody. I'm excited about Denver.
Denver's going to be amazing. You got to go out there and hike. You got to, do some stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
I got to sell shirts.
April 28th, I'll be in Peoria, Illinois. April 29th, I'll be in St. Louis, Missouri. And April 30th, I'll be in Cincinnati, Ohio, all with Brian Regan.
Oh, my
You
God.
don't want to miss those shows. His new hour is just funnier every time I see it.
And the draft joke.
The draft joke is so funny.
I can't wait to see it.
It's really been every weekend. I'm lucky enough to see him at least once a month, and every time I see it, it's just stronger and stronger.
Awesome.
It's so cool. And also, I'll be in LA the 21st to the 26th, I believe, or 27th of April.
That's 5 or 6 days.
Yeah,
Wow, cool, man.
yeah. And April 8th, I'm gonna be on Peacock, so check that out.
You're blowing up, dude. And then your album.
My album, the day I'm on Peacock, which is April 8th, is the day pre-order is for my album, April 8th. So pre-order that album, and May 6th, the album comes out.
Oh, my God. So much to look forward to, everybody. Stay tuned. And Patreon, $5 a month gets you 4 bonus episodes. We were going to record those this weekend, I think. We're going to get to our last 2. And then YouTube and all that stuff. Helium Network.
Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned for the outro.
Stay tuned.